We are here with Governor Robert Bentley, and he's one of the people on the front line. The governors in this country having to do a lot more to create jobs since we're not getting it at a national level. And Governor, thank you very much for joining us. Big problem in today's jobs report was the loss of state and local government jobs. What's the situation for Alabama? You have a new fiscal year. Are you cutting?
Well, of course, we're trying to save jobs, but as we have to try to cut our budgets because we have a balanced budget amendment in the state, so we have to balance our budget. We have no choice. And there will be some job losses, but much of that will be by attrition. It's our teachers, and for instance, if they lose their jobs, most of those will be by attrition, and they just will not be replaced. But there will be some loss of jobs, but it's something that's inevitable if we don't have the money. We cannot spend the money that we don't have.
Well, how do you replace those in the private sector then?
Well, what we're doing is we are creating jobs in the private sector. We are working hard every day. Alabama is open for business, and this is a state that prides itself on job creation. And we've done that since we recruited Mercedes in 1993.
Yeah, your strategy is to look overseas for companies to come here?
That's right. That's part of our strategy. And in fact, we have become very innovative in much of our legislation that will help many of those companies. For instance, companies that have problems related to tariffs. We just passed a bill just recently that would help those as they transition from their country to the United States during that period of time where they may lose money. We're giving them some tax credits that would help them during that difficult time. So we are very innovative in our approach.
And this is a benefit to the state. You're not giving away more than you're gaining, given your budget situation?
That's right. We're not, because if the job doesn't come, we don't get income tax, sales tax, or use taxes from those jobs. So we can give those away at least temporarily for a period of time to help that company locate in the state of Alabama.
How fragile is the recovery in Alabama?
Well, we, of course, our unemployment rate is approximately what it is nationally. It's slightly higher because we've had the worst natural disaster that's ever hit the state of Alabama in the tornadoes that occurred on April the 27th. 6,400 square miles of Alabama was totally devastated. We have the largest rebuilding effort since the Civil War in the state of Alabama right now. We think that we'll create, many of them will be temporary jobs, but we'll create 50,000 new jobs just in the cleanup effort and the rebuilding effort that's taking place here in the state.
I've only got about a minute left here, but overall, what's the mood? Are you optimistic, or do you think the economy is just muddling along?
Well, I think that the federal government obviously has to get its house in order. And we need more statesmen and less politicians in Washington on both sides. It's not a Republican problem. It's not a Democrat problem. It's an American problem, and the people of this country expect us to have statesmanship in solving this problem. So that's number one. But in Alabama, I feel very optimistic. We have companies every day. I go out and announce new companies that are coming into Alabama because we do two things. We have great incentive plans for our companies. We also have a great workforce development plan in Alabama.
All right, Governor Robert Bentley, thank you very much for joining us today. Good luck to the people of Alabama.